Bitcoin is walking a tightrope between $112,000 and $114,000. This week's CPI can snap that rope or launch us higher. Here's the simple playbook. Before we dive in, subscribe if you want clear, no BS levels each, and if you want my full risk map and how I position into data weeks like this, the VIP link is in the bio. On the daily chart, price is pressing into 113 to 114.5 thousand. Right, today we've been rejecting off this hit the EMA right here at $113.29. $113,029 currently. 50 EMA right here. Quick definition is just the average price of the last 50 days. That's what this blue line right here represents, right? And right now it is resistance, the top of this little zone right here. Traders use it as a momentum line. The 200 EMA, this yellow line right here, sits much lower at today just 104.5 thousand. That's your deeper safety net. Now, if we close above 114,000, you'll hear me say acceptance. That means multiple candles closing above, ideally with stronger volume. See some bodies up above this with some nice green little blocks right here. Okay, volume. We can do that. Bodies above this line. Then 117 basically is the next area, as I mentioned last week as well. Okay, 117,000 is this white line right here, this point of control, this high volume node right here, as you can see. And it just so happens to be the bottom part of this channel, as you can see right here. If we reject on this 114,000 right here, price often snaps back towards this 111, this line right here, ascending line right here, 111,000, 112,000. Okay, if we lose this with conviction, okay, a nice big green body down here, then we slide down through here basically. Right? If we lose this whole area right here, which is 108, 109,000, if we lose this area, we're gonna slide right through here, right through here, and probably get support at this 200 EMA or test support at this 200 EMA. Like I mentioned, 104,000. I should also mention we could hit this if there's a CPI shock. Okay, if there's a CPI reading and what comes out is not what the market expected, a shock, then yeah, we could definitely hit that 104,000. So keep that in mind. Options rails. Let's take a look. All right, now options max pain is near 112,000. Okay, and the gamma band is at 110, 120,000. So from here all the way up to the top of this line right here, to this line right here. Okay, to the top of this channel right here. From here. That's the gamma band. Now, two quick terms, plain English. Max pain is the price where the most options traders get hurt. So the market often gravitates there into big events, okay, 112,000. So basically staying right around this area. Positive gamma for dealers between 110 and 120,000 means market makers hedge in a way that dampens big moves inside of this band, okay, inside of this band. Translation, chop and pin is the base case until the CPI hits. Okay, so basically right through here, something like this, right, on this line here, but maybe not as volatile until that CPI comes out. Then we'll see. Or it could be as expected and it continues along the way until eventually it does snap one way or the other. And it could happen at CPI. So let's look at perps now. Perpetuals, spot buyers, real coins, step back. Okay, we could see that as evidence in the ETF flows. They have been negative lately. Right, that's Bitcoin. That's Ethereum. So they've been negative lately. That's why CBD right here, the cumulative volume delta is negative on the daily. Think of it as net market buys minus sells, trending soft. At the same time, open interest, which is this right down here, the number of open futures contracts, that's what this is rising at 92,000, and funding, this one down here, it's green, it's only mildly positive. In simple terms, derivatives are driving the move, not strong spot demand. That makes rallies whippier and event sensitive. Good CPI can squeeze us up, hot CPI can flush us quicker. Let's take a look at the macro. Let's take a look at DXY on the daily. Macro is quietly friendly right now. Okay, the dollar is softer, as you can clearly see. Yields are also dropping, which is really good to see. That's the 2-year bond yield. That is the 10-year bond yields. And the VIX, gold is going up. The VIX is calm, right here, essentially going sideways. And the low point, the lower this is, the better. And gold, as we just saw, we'll look at it again. Gold, as you can clearly see, pushing higher, right? It looks like it's trying to find its next floor, its next base, right? Right now, it looks like it left this area, as you can see right here. And let's see where it goes. So as yields are falling, so gold's going higher, yields are falling. See that? That combo generally supports crypto. The risk, again, a hot CPI flips the dollar and yields back up and can chill risk quickly. So again, CPI is going to be important. So let's go my bear bullish and base case. My base case, we pin and chop 111, 114,000. Price hunts liquidity near 114,000, and then mean reverts back down to this little area, 111, 112. My bull path, my bull case, acceptance above 114,000, closes, bodily closes, and follow through. Right, that could bring us to 117,000, and if spot demand improves later, if it does, 120,000. The top of this channel comes into picture. My bear path, we lose this, we get rejected on the 14. We lose this ascending line right here, as we have. But this time, we drop below at 111. Body's closing at 108, 109, 108. Then I can see us start testing this lower boundary right here, 107 to 104,000. CPI is the big one right there, okay? And I would expect to bounce at the 200 EMA if we get down there. So that's it. No crystal ball, just levels and trigger. Now what to watch for on the calendar, the economic calendar. Obviously, Wednesday is PPI, the pipeline inflation. Thursday is the cluster CPI, jobless claims, and the ECB decision as well. That's Europe. Friday, University of Michigan sentiment with 1 year and 5 year inflation expectations. Expect the highest volatility Thursday into Friday. First move after CPI often extends. All right, so let's hope that first move is up. Let's hope that first move is up. So my plan, I'm a hodler. Okay, I'm building positions to hold into a parabolic bull run, not scalp every wiggle. That's just how I am. So here's how I use these levels. If we accept 114,000, I'm comfortable adding to long-term exposure on strength, aiming for this 117,000 line right here and beyond over time. If we reject 114,000, we flush down to 108, 109,000, maybe even 105,000. That's where I look to DCA, dollar cost average. I spread entries. I don't try to nail the exact bottom. Risk no. Dips during data weeks can be sharp. Keep that in mind. I size like a builder. Small adds on. Keep dry powder. It's really important. And never bet the house on one point. This is alt channel, man. I love altcoins, specifically meme coins for this cycle. Okay, next cycle, who knows if there even is a cycle next time. But for this one, yes, memes. Those that watch my channel, the few, the proud that watch my channel, and people that know what's up, know which ones I like. Let's right now take a look at Bitcoin dominance, because the dominance and others gives me a general idea of what is probably going on in your altcoin portfolio. So alts breathe best when Bitcoin stays pinned and volatility is low. If Bitcoin breaks out or volume spikes, alts usually bleed. So if you're eyeing memes, understand they live or die on Bitcoin's range this week. Okay, so that's important, right? Bitcoin dominance is pretty low right now. Look how high it went up to, as high as 66. I thought we were going to go into the 70s at this point, but just boom, right? Which is good for altcoins. This is others. As you can see, it's just been trending up and grinding right now, just playing on this point of control right here at 295. Once we leave this area, like we saw gold, right? It's going to go look for its next level. At some point, we're going to go much higher, all right? We'll go much higher, and we're probably going to hit up here, and then the parabolic part of this bull run probably hit up here somewhere. This is 1 to 3 trillion. That's how I see it. So right now, things are where they are, holding relatively strong, right above this 50 EMA. See how that works? See this 50 EMA right here? It's holding right above there, holding support, point of control right here. All right, this is again others, total crypto market cap excluding the top 10. So let's see what happens here. If it's more just range bound, if this is the top of the range and it comes back down, possible. Depends on what the rest of the market does. But at some point, it's going to be blast off time to the next level. All right, so if you're holding, you got to deal with it. It hurts. It hurts when things drop, when the altcoins suck, everyone's down. But at some point, that turns around, and then you forget all about the pain. And all you see is incredible amounts of profits, and it's amazing. All right, so that's that. Really quickly, man, let me just take a look at let me just show you the ones that I like. Mego's buy zone, as far as I see it, 0.27 cents. Toshi coiling right here at this point of control, 3058 buy zone. KeyCat, same thing. KeyCat, they're coming out with a documentary on KeyCat, the meme. That's how iconic that meme is. Not this token, right? The meme, but I mean, this token is based on that meme, and they got the IP rights to it. KeyCat, 0.0046 cents. I think it's at a great buy, holding that 50 EMA. Dogami is probably the best buy out of all. Dogami or Amigos, because look below the 200, below the 50, just looking like it's. I don't even know if this would be the bottom. I would assume that it is right here, bottom, but it could drop a little more. I think it's at a great buy. 3046 Dogami. Eventually it'll turn around and eventually it'll pump hard and people will be extremely happy. So let's close this out. So your playbook should be pretty simple. Again, above 114 with real follow through, we got strength, probably got strength to 117. Below 111,000 on hot CPI, weakness to 108, 109, retest this small little range right here, right? Retest that, and maybe 105,000, this is 200. Otherwise, expect pin near 112,000, right where we are basically, okay? Until the data tells us the next chapter. If that helped you, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update. For my full plan, daily levels, and how I scale into the bull run, join the VIP. Link in the bio. I'm here every day to keep you informed and calm through the noise. See you in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.